When you think about the universe, you probably imagine galaxies. Billions of stars swirling in space, nebulae glowing with color, black holes devouring matter. But here's what nobody tells you. Most of the universe isn't filled with galaxies or stars or anything at all. It's empty. Not just empty, horrifyingly, impossibly empty. There are regions of space so vast and so void of matter that if you were placed in the center, you wouldn't see a single galaxy in any direction for hundreds of millions of light years. Welcome to the cosmic voids, the true face of our universe. For most of the 20th century, astronomers focused on what they could see. Galaxies, clusters, bright objects scattered across the night sky. The assumption was simple. Galaxies are distributed more or less evenly throughout space, some clustering here and there, but overall fairly uniform. Then, in the late 1970s, something unexpected happened. Astronomers Laird Thompson, Stephen Gregory, and others were conducting one of the first large-scale surveys of galaxy distribution. They were mapping the positions of thousands of galaxies, creating a three-dimensional picture of the cosmos. And they found something disturbing. Gaps. Massive gaps where galaxies should be, but weren't. At first, they thought it was an error. Maybe the instruments were off. Maybe they were looking at the wrong region. But the more they looked, the more gaps they found. In 1981, Robert Kirshner and his team discovered something even more shocking. A void so large it defied explanation. The Botas Void, a nearly spherical region of space about 330 million light-years across, containing almost no galaxies. It was like finding a hole punched through reality itself. The discovery of the Botas Void changed everything. Astronomers realized they had been looking at the universe completely wrong. Galaxies aren't spread evenly through space. They form a structure, a pattern. Imagine a three-dimensional spider web stretching across the entire universe. The strands of the web are made of galaxies, packed together into dense filaments. Where the strands intersect, you get clusters, the densest regions of matter in the cosmos. But between the strands, nothing. These are the cosmic voids, vast bubbles of emptiness that make up most of the universe's volume. Here's the scale we're talking about. The average void is about 100 to 400 million light-years across. Some are even larger. If you were standing inside one, the nearest galaxy could be 50 million light-years away in any direction. At the speed of light, it would take 50 million years just to reach the edge. And the voids aren't rare. They make up roughly 80% of the universe's total volume. That means most of the cosmos is emptiness. The galaxies, stars, planets, and everything we can see occupy only the thin filaments and nodes of the cosmic web. We live on the surface of a bubble in an ocean of nothing. So what's actually inside a cosmic void? Almost nothing, but not quite nothing. The average void contains about 1/10 the density of galaxies found in normal space. That means for every 10 galaxies you'd find in a typical region, a void has maybe one. And those galaxies that do exist inside voids, they're different. Void galaxies tend to be smaller, dimmer, and bluer than galaxies in denser regions. They're often younger, still forming stars at a higher rate, because they haven't been disrupted by interactions with other galaxies. In a way, void galaxies are cosmic hermits, isolated, undisturbed, evolving in near total solitude. But the most interesting thing about voids isn't what's in them. It's what they tell us about the universe itself. Voids are expanding, not just passively sitting there, but actively growing. Dark energy, the mysterious force accelerating the expansion of the universe, is pushing the edges of voids outward. As voids expand, they push matter toward the filaments. Galaxies on the edges of voids are being herded like cosmic sheep, driven toward the dense regions of the web. This process has been happening for billions of years, and it's not going to stop. Some voids are so large, they challenge our understanding of how the universe should even work. Take the KBC void, named after astronomers Keenan, Barger, and Cowie. This is a proposed supervoid roughly 2 billion light-years across. And here's the controversial part. We might be inside it. If the KBC void exists, it would mean the Milky Way and everything around us sits near the center of one of the largest underdense regions in the observable universe. This could explain some puzzling observations, like why measurements of the universe's expansion rate don't always match predictions. But not everyone agrees the KBC void is real. The data is debated. The structure might not exist at all, or it might be smaller than proposed. Then there's the Eridanus supervoid. This void is about 1 billion light-years across and sits in the direction of the constellation Eridanus. What makes this void fascinating is its connection to the cosmic microwave background, the faint glow of radiation left over from the Big Bang. There's a cold spot in the CMB that might be caused by light passing through the Eridanus supervoid, losing energy as it crosses that vast emptiness. Supervoids like these push the limits of what should be possible. According to the cosmological principle, the universe should be roughly the same everywhere when you look at large enough scales. But these voids are so massive, so underdense, that they seem to violate that principle. They're anomalies, cosmic outliers that hint at complexities we don't fully understand. Cosmic voids aren't static. They're growing, and their growth is accelerating. Dark energy is driving this expansion. As space itself stretches, voids expand faster than the matter at their edges can fall back in. The result? Voids get bigger, the filaments get denser, and the cosmic web becomes more and more pronounced. Fast forward billions of years into the future. The voids will continue to grow. Eventually, they'll dominate the universe. Galaxies will cluster tighter and tighter along the filaments, while the voids between them stretch to unimaginable sizes. Galaxy clusters will become isolated islands, separated by gulfs of emptiness so vast that light from one cluster will never reach another. And then, eventually, even the clusters themselves will be torn apart. Dark energy won't just separate galaxy clusters. It will separate galaxies within those clusters, then stars within galaxies, then planets from their stars. This is the Big Rip scenario. A possible fate of the universe where everything is pulled apart by the relentless expansion of space. But that's trillions of years away. For now, the cosmic web still holds together, and the voids are still just beginning to dominate. You might be wondering, why should we care about empty space? Because voids are some of the most important laboratories in cosmology. Inside a void, there's almost nothing to complicate the physics. No dense clusters, no galaxy collisions, no complex interactions. Just simple, clean, nearly primordial conditions. This makes voids perfect for studying dark energy. Scientists can measure how voids expand over time and use that data to understand the force driving the universe's acceleration. Voids also give us a glimpse into the early universe. Because they're so underdense and unevolved, they preserve information about the conditions shortly after the Big Bang. Studying voids is like looking at cosmic fossils. And here's the philosophical angle. We think of the universe as full of stuff. Galaxies, stars, planets, life. But the reality is, the universe is mostly emptiness. The voids are the rule. The galaxies are the exception. The universe isn't what we thought it was. It's not a sky full of galaxies scattered evenly across space. It's a web, a fragile network of filaments stretched across an abyss of nothing. Cosmic voids make up most of the universe's volume. They're expanding, they're shaping the future of the cosmos, and they're teaching us that emptiness, not matter, is the true nature of reality. We live in the exception, not the rule, on a tiny planet in a galaxy clinging to a filament surrounded by an ocean of void. And that void is growing. If this changed how you see the universe, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment. What do you think it would be like to float in the center of a cosmic void? Check out our video on the cosmic web for more mind-blowing space facts. Thanks for watching, and remember, most of the universe is nothing, but that nothing is everything.